Hey guys, DanTheWolfman here. Thank you for checking out my videos. Go to thecombatsystem.com for all your mixed martial arts needs. And please subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure to go to thecombatsystem.com and subscribe to my YouTube page. Pounding me, and it was a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for helping me.
Make sure to subscribe to this guy's channel, DanTheWolfman.
You respect the game, man. You know the game. You know what you're talking about, and yeah, you're pretty credible.
Well, thank you, sir. Hey guys, next is some stuff you can do if a guy's attacking you. You sprawled on him. He's in the turtle. Occasionally, it's not the best way of doing a single leg. Head outside, head inside is better for a lot of reasons. Different stuff standing and on the ground. But a lot of times you knock a guy hard. This is his shooting instinct. He ends up here. So here's some defenses you can do if he's hooking an outside single. He's shooting on the takedown. Here, number one, you're just going to sprawl out and go 90 degrees on him like a T. Okay? So I'm going to go here, and I got this hooked. I'm going to hook inside his wrist, and I'm going to get the submission like an armbar here. His arm always ends up in different ways, but you can figure it out and belly down and shove your hips forward and get that submission right there. See, he's hooked. Okay? If he's really strong, you're having trouble with that, you could go to a Gary Goodrich-like crucifix position for some nasty elbows. Okay? All you're going to do is in here, you're going to do a forward shoulder roll. Hook this here to your head so he can't pull it out. If you do here, you're fighting strength for strength, you might leave Zerma. So go to your own head, hook him here, and do Gary Goodrich to Paul Herrera. Give him those 8 nasty elbows and knock him out. There's also one more variation you can do. If this keeps happening in the fight later on, you're having trouble finishing him from the turtle position. A lot of guys with judo backgrounds go to turtle, maybe you end up here a lot. You have trouble hitting. You try to elbow him a few times, maybe if the rules allow, but the referee's warning you for hitting the back of the head with elbows as he's hiding himself. He doesn't want to fight, he's hiding. Okay, so now we want to go to a different position to finish him. We've had trouble finishing him in this position. He's good rear naked choke defense, and he, with the gloves on, MMA gloves on, he's blocking his head fairly well, and it's hard to get elbows in a position that are legal. You're getting warned you don't want to lose a point, or maybe you already lost a point. This time what we're going to do, we're going to take our hand, reposition over here, and we're going to belly down, flip our legs to the other side over his back, and end up inside mount. Okay, you're going to take this hand, go here, and flip over. Perfect. Beat down, crucifix, salivary position here. I got his arm trapped. I landed this underhook as soon as we landed, and now he can drop those downward elbows and finish the fight and pound him out. You know, from there, if you wanted to go to further techniques, you could attack. Okay, guys, next from the turtle position, occasionally you can catch a guy with a very simple schoolboy choke. Maybe you can throw this knee in, you got the arm wrapped around, you're watching the Granby roll, and you're pounding the heck out of him. Okay, sometimes he's going to base up or look for that stand up or that sit out, and he's going to bring this head up. You know, if he's defending well here, but you're hitting him this way, maybe you're under punching him under the armpit, this way he might look up. If the guy looks up at all, reach this around, take it off the waist control, slide that in, and then scissor your hips out and lean back. Very simple choke. Once I arch here, and I put the weight back. It's nasty, like a reverse guillotine with the blade of the forearm on the throat. So we're in here, you're hitting him, you're trying to throw hooks in, whatever. If this guy bases up or he starts to set up a stand-up sometimes, he looks up to explode up to the sky like a wrestler, you can slip this in and sit your weight out and arch your hips and you're back on top of him. Here's where your weight goes. Here, peel this back, drop your weight. I usually like a cross wrist or a seatbelt. Usually I prefer cross wrist. So if I got a cross wrist here, and you just see I straighten this out, here. Now you could like lift the leg. That looks good for the pitchers, catch wrestling, but I prefer body weight and gravity. Getting low always basically. Now to get a really tough guy, what you're gonna wanna do is with this arm bar, you're going to want to cross-face him at the same time. So if I come here, it's a dual submission. I'm arm locking his elbow, and I'm neck cranking him. Because I have the arm, he can't relieve pressure on the neck crank. If you just cross-face someone for turtle without this arm control, he's just going to turn. And you can get the back that way, and that's okay. But he can rotate to relieve pressure. But if you have this arm, you should hit the dual submission, go for the straight arm bar with the neck crank, because he can't rotate because his arm's trapped. Okay, so again, Go down. Relax. Just relax. Here. Boom. In. Cross wrist. MMA. Try and grab all four. If the ref's not warning you yet about the gloves, if not, grab the wrist. Real catch wrestling, batter, Catch-Jitsu. Grab these fingers for your ground and pound, okay? Then you're coming in here, boom, get that arm. Then you're looking for your cross face and the elbow lock. Same submission. If I got those four fingers good, he starts to get this arm out. I can always bail. Come out, handle lock on the other side. Here, I'm working in here. Seatbelt maybe. Man, try to get this back. Now, right here, look what he did with his arm. Right there, he reversed, or like a reverse limp arm in wrestling. Okay, if he does a reverse arm on the leg, most people don't know the submission. This is Jadviga. I'm not great at it. I'm gonna go super, super slow. I never get this in training because most guys won't tap to it. But that's not the submission I was gonna show, but it's because he did it naturally. He's like, oh, I'm getting straight arm bar. He rolled his arm to defend. Guys will do that. Okay, so let go of the seatbelt, and then you're just gonna come over and you're gonna shoulder, okay, here. And I'm just gonna roll and see what it's gonna do. So his shoulder right there is tapping. Now he can roll with it. Can you shoulder roll with it? To relieve the pressure. So I gotta control him. See what I did with his face or his chest? You can't let him sit up and get top position on it. So if he does roll out, you're here, and then you can just work it back to get the tap, shoulder, elbow, whatever. First things first, head control, body weight. Sprawl out from this, kick that leg back, try and get out of it. If he keeps a strong hold, okay, go ahead. But then I'm gonna sprawl, push this down. I'm starting to get a crucifix on the side. I need it over here. Now I got my cross wrist. Now I got my crucifix. See there, now I can just draw my hips. Probably get the straight arm bar thing. Choke down on the bat with my ankle, so there's the tap. Okay. Here. Shoulder roll. Boom, cover your head for MMA so he doesn't get the arm out. Actually, Rogerio made a mistake in this here. Also, Dan Henderson's done this in MMA. Here. So you can hand the fist, bending at the whole there. Need elbow punches to your body. Hammer fist to the choke, to the neck crank. All that stuff. And choke. Switch. Watch. Careful. Roll up, body weight, neck crank. Next, play. Wrist lock, wrist break, down finger, finger lock, whatever. Play with it. Okay? Then stick shift, switch. Here. Now that the wrist is pointed down, power. Yeah. Fight, you don't tap. So now off. Swim. Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Hi. Smile. Hi everyone. Shoulder lock. Hi. And up. Okay. Jadviga. Show you some submissions here from Turtle. I've come up with about 55 Turtle attacks, mostly from my instructors Gokar and Gene LaBelle back in the States. And anyway, I'm going to show you some neat little setups right now. So using Turtle, I'm usually going to try to drive this knee into the side here, and from there what I can do is I can cross-face the guy to get the Bulldog Choke. I put a Bulldog Choke or Schoolboy Headlock Choke, Carlos Newton versus Pat Miletich years ago. You can get this guy cross-face, seesaw him this way, and then on the way back, use your wrist bone to lift his nose to put in that Bulldog Choke, and then you sit out for the finish. Okay? So, once again, you're going to cross-face this guy, and if you have wrist control or riding heavy, that's all good, my knees in tight. Cross-face this guy, then seesaw him back, turn that wrist bone up to lift the neck, to expose it, hands together, and Bruce Lee, Gene LaBelle finish style, sit out to put weight, and get that Bulldog Choke. Now, similar to that, got me thinking about setting up a rear naked choke. You don't need hooks for a rear naked, okay, a strangle. You want to get a strangle on someone, Kyle Uno got it twice, or maybe even 3 times in MMA from side turtle. What I want to do, if I want to lift his head, I'm going to put my, like a camel clutch action, make a fulcrum with my elbow, and I'm going to lift here. Okay, so I'm going to lift his forehead here. And at the same time, maybe I double it. I could double it and then shoot it in. And here's my rear naked choke. okay, for a quick kill. If I don't weave it in very good and pinch the way I usually like to finish, that's okay. It's more of a quick kill finish. So I'm riding the guy, and then I'm making that fulcrum is important here on his back, not too shallow. Deep enough on his spine, so then a quick lift, you slide in, and there's my choke. Now, if you want to get really fancy, dual submission style, while I'm lifting here and driving this across, he's like, oh crap. And when he's thinking, oh crap, as this drives in, that arm opens up to hook this arm, okay, as I'm putting in the choke. Relax here. And now I got the arm bar and the choke at the same time. So I got this short arm bar with the legs. Okay, see that? I've had other videos on that. At the same time as I got him in here with the choke. Now if I want to, I can shoulder roll, okay, and then finish. I got the arm bar here, sorry, and I got the choke. So I got multiple submissions for sure on the other side. So if I want to lift him, drive this in, relax. Here's my choke. While I'm lifting him and driving this in, he's going to forget about this arm. I want to hook that. Okay, then I can start building down on this and finish the choke and the arm bar if I want. At the same time, maybe that's ready. At the same time, okay. Now I'm putting the choke in, don't put the other in. Flip him over here. If you hear him gaggling, there's the arm bar, here's the choke, same time dual submission. Now that got me thinking of something else. If I got this short arm bar here because he left it out, I just threw him and I hook it, boom, or he's shooting ahead inside single leg, he's coming in on me, I have another video, guys, look it up, I'm going to sprawl out 90 degrees and get that arm. So he's driving in on head outside single, come in, hook it, here, I'm going to sprawl out and get that arm. So now I'm here, I got this arm trapped. Now, since I have the arm trapped, I can neck crank him. He has nowhere to go. Just face crank him and neck crank him. Because he can't turn because I have the arm. If he had the arm, this, no. If I have the arm and I just try to face crank the guy, I can maybe get a turnover, but he can roll his body, so I can't get a great neck crank. But if I hook this arm, now he can't. It's nasty. Talking about wrestling into submissions, real catch wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boom. That's for you, Henry Gracie. Okay, so anyway, we're talking about breaking this guy down, how I need to break him down. If he's just defensive, he's got his elbows inside his knees, he's got his hands, elbows here, hands here, he's defensive. I can't do anything to this man. It's gonna be really hard. He's a pretty big guy, so there's some space there to get a hook. But, bring these elbows in more. Look, now it's tight. Now it's tight. No choke, no hooks. Okay? So you got to learn how to wrestle guys. So just general overview of how to move this guy around, how to bump him, how to move him, how to displace him, how to get his base off is various things I can do. I could be stuffing a leg in the hole. Bam! Now I'm here, waist cinch, referee's position for grappling. Ground and pound position. This is my favorite ground and pound position. Okay, if Steve happens to post it up on his hands, both hands post up, okay, then I'm looking at chopping him back down to the ground. Chop that elbow and break him down. That's what Ryan Bader did to Glover Teixeira over and over and over again. Or was it Phil Davis? I'm forgetting. Maybe it was Phil Davis. Chop him down here, chop that elbow, and just know you can break him down. Cross wrist, grab the hands, don't grab the wrist, try and grab the hand and fold this guy in. Another way of breaking a guy down. So always be aware of chopping that elbow, breaking him down here. Another way, for positions we're going to go into, the truck position, the calf slicer knee compression, and wrestler's guillotine and stuff, is going that bottom knee in. This is also a good position. Heavy chest, wrestling, weight. If a guy's trying to get up here, I can pick this far ankle and lift him up and open him up. Break him down flat, open him up for hooks, open him up for submissions, things of that nature. Another riding position would be back here. I could bump him forward if I wanted to get in there, bump him with that knee to his butt, and then put this down here above his ankle. I could submit him right there. I could submit him right there. Break that ankle that way, I could even just break it really by dropping my shin on it and flexing. So if I wanted to break this guy down, look, I got that wrist. I can do spiral ride. I can cup the groin here. I can bump him forward and his wrist and try and break him down flat. There's for a hook if I wanted to take the back. That's fine. I can hit both sides of the crotch and that hip crease. Here, I'm riding behind him, heavy pressure here, chop him there. Now I can work from whatever I'm gonna do from there. Breaking the guy down. So look to bump his butt with your knee, get a knee in the hole, wrestle in, cross wrist, chop that elbow if he posts up. If he makes space, I can come in for that arm triangle choke, another video I have. Post up in your arms. So if he's here, he's stable. I want to get his weight over his arms, however I'm gonna do that. I can, again, here, and look, boom, hooks, space. If he's here and he's about to do a sit-up, a stand-up, I'm gonna chop that arm down. I'm gonna cross face. I'm gonna come in here and drive in this ankle and flatten him out, okay? So, I can get near ankle as well. I can pick this up and go in here, 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 cross wrist, chop the elbow, driving in, driving across, all this kind of stuff to get turnovers, bump the guy, move the guy. You just don't want him like a chair stable on basically the 4 posts. You got to take one of them away or drive his weight forward, and that's going to open up stuff for single leg ride, to the truck, to the knee compression, double hooks to get the back, choke them out, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, that's the basis of attacking the turtle and just getting one in, even if I'm not looking to get hooks, but if I can jam a knee in, do a knee strike, jam it in, and then I can go here, and then you beat the guy down, right? So this is great for MMA, for combatives, for self-defense, whatever. But always getting that far wrist, near wrist position. But anytime I got this, I'm looking at reaping this behind his back possibly, just because I'm going to ride the guy heavy, pushing on his head, grinding on the guy, ride him, ride him, ride him, and I'm going to look at bringing him up and out. Now, here's a hammer lock right there. There's a tap. You know, if the ancient Greeks got murals and statues of hammer locks, then it's been around forever. We're talking 648 BC. So just in general, anytime I got this, I'm going to look at being able to bring that out to the back. And a lot of times maybe you're in here between this side, and I'm trying to push him now or whatever, but then I come out this way, and I'm hammer locking him here. Okay? So what's important is to have that weight control on the guy. There's other, of course, ride positions you could be in. Maybe I'm in a crucifix position. He's getting a head inside single. I'm sprawling out of this. Okay? Now, I got that submission right there. I'm going to take it just because it's there. You can look at other videos for that stuff. Maybe I'm going to reap inside this leg too and draw this back and use this as a beat-down position. Now, this is probably a TKO position, but still, if I can get this far wrist, I might want to think about bringing that out, you know, and switch it off. And even if I bring the guy this way on the side, now instead of up the back, I can do it as an elbow break. So instead of shoulder, I can work the elbow position too. So, you know, think about that. Hammer locks, hammer locks, hammer locks. Sometimes even, guys, sometimes I think even one of my guillotines from the feet position. You know, I'm a strong guy, I'm a catch wrestler, but I'm up here. But if I can ever get in a position where maybe I can scoop in here, I'm getting a guillotine, or looking at a cobra neck crank, I got a chin grab, anything like this, if I can do this, boom, I can feed it. Now I can here and break it this way. On the street, I just rip it and break it. Don't give this guy anywhere to go. I can pinch his head from standing even and break it. So anytime someone's reaching around, realize you can feed an arm weave to the other side. So let's say I had something like this, or a crucifix position. Anytime I got something like this, or a guillotine, I might be able to weave this here and break it right here. So I got him pinched, where I could really pinch him, leg scissor, and break right there. Okay, we're going to talk spiral ride to hammer lock. It's one of my favorite moves. You can see I attempted it even on the black belt I rolled with in Singapore. Spiral ride is a wrestling move, and breaking guys down with cross wrist, near wrist, that's wrestling. So this is catch wrestling, okay? Anytime I'm riding this guy, if I can get inside on a wrist and try to grab the hand, the wrist, don't just grab the wrist, try and grab here. Try and grab some meat of the hand or get your middle finger to the notch. I'm having trouble breaking him in, or he's very defensive. I can't get hooks. Just as long as I can get a wrist and I'm riding him referee style, that's all I need. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fist and hit or make a ball of a fist towards his groin. Okay? And I'm going to bump him forward and I'm going to start to come out. Bam. Coming out, keep my weight on him, and there's my hammer lock. Okay? He's going to fall different all the time. The spiral ride hitting inside his crotch, bumping him forward, as well as taking one of his posts away, is what breaks him down. Stay stable, stay defensive, like you're blocking my chokes and all that. Okay, so I'm in here. It could be MMA, it could be beating him down, and I get a wrist inside. Okay, so I got my wrist, now I'm going to bump him, and here on the groin, either fist or hand, whatever. I'm not really copying a feel. Here, or fist. And I'm going to bump him, and I'm going to start to drive. I'm going to start to come out, and now I'm here. Here's my hammer lock. Okay? If he goes flat, he's dead as well. And his probably best option, most jiu-jitsu guys, will just be to shoulder roll and try and regain guard. Hopefully he doesn't regain full guard, or you see that jiu-jitsu guy kind of had open guard, which I kind of allowed it to come over my head because I knew in a second I was going to jump on a 2-on-2 heel hook attempt. So this time go flat, and then this time just kind of flat. So here, wrestling him, trying to bump him, move him around, ankle picking him, keeping him down, chopping elbows, keeping him down. I got a wrist, and I'm coming out. Boom. Here's my hammer lock. I pull it to the head, or I can, here, I can twist it out. I can do both, that's the best. So not only am I going to hurt the shoulder by hand to the back of the head, but I'm going to break his elbow right here as well. Okay. So you're going to keep things tight, taut, like a pulled rubber band. This time, try and shoulder roll like you're going to guard. So sometimes this will happen, but then you're staying on top and you're dominating the guy anyway. So in essence, your hammer lock submission attempt is a turnover. That's also a good thing if you want to be dominating a guy grappling style. So I'm here, driving in, bumping him, breaking him down, taking ankles, wrist, chopping elbows if he comes up. I go here, and now I'm starting to come out. And if he rolls, that's okay. Try and go forward. Try and kick your legs over. Try to roll to a full grab. So I'm here. I'm going to hit inside here. Here. That's fine. If I keep this and this ends up happening, here, whoop, there, I still got him. I came back out. Or in MMA, it would still be a seatbelt. This is one of my special moves called the cradle hook. I believe Ryan Moe showed me this back in 98, 99 and completely forgot about it, however I didn't. So, thanks Ryan for teaching this to me many years ago. I won the advanced absolute division, my third match, my final match, at a grappling tournament, Great Lakes Submission Grappling Championship 2000, absolute heavyweight division. So I got a shoulder lock first match, got a crucifix neck crank second match, I got the cradle hook, heel hook submission, and my third match. Look it up, it's on my submission highlight video on YouTube and on my website, MMAforselfdefense.com. The cradle hook starts as like a wrestling cradle from the turtle position. And I'm just getting in here with my knee, hammering in, or I'm just grabbing the guy, or I'm here, I'm heavy, whatever. Everything's basic, sit position, heaviness, over him, pressure. Sometimes you can't break a guy down, you can't sit the hooks in, maybe he's tight with his elbows, okay, and it's hard, maybe you're not very active. I don't like to look face up on the back, so I don't risk a lot of that. I like top gravity position. So from here, I come into some kind of position either on his face, on his far elbow, on his near elbow, come in here, grab this ankle, okay? Put the head on the side. Let's see what the best of it. Bow and arrow him. There's my heel. Boom, it's fast. Okay, we ended up a little roly-poly in my match. You'll see it, check it out. So a lot of times I'm here. Maybe the guy's going for a sit-up, stand up. Sometimes I'm resting on the guy's ankles, the far ankle, just to keep him broken down. Okay, you're on the far foot. You know, I'm pressuring him, I'm getting him, whatever. I switch to the near ankle, get inside here, wherever, deeper better. Go here to bound him over. The cradle. Talking about attacks from the single leg ride. Single leg ride attacks usually are going to take place. I'm going to show the common entry and then a way of getting into it if I want to enter into the truck position. A single leg ride here is I simply have one hook. And now when I go to throw in this other hook, Steve here is blocking it with his elbow. He's tight. Or I feel he's a big guy and his butt's up high in the air, and I feel like even if I try to throw this hook in, I might get rolled over and come over the top and give up position. He might be timing to do a side or shoulder roll. So maybe I don't feel comfortable sometimes giving the hook in MMA if the guy arches his back and he stays like this. My instructor, Bulldog Choke back in the States, man, he's 5'8" and built like me, a bull, but he's shorter, and if you try to take his back, you're just going to fly over the top. So you don't want to be behind the guy. So anyway, usual is going to be you go right over in here, attack to throw a hook in, and it's blocked. Right away, back pivot like the hand of a clock going counterclockwise in this instance, and kick this off and use the momentum to get an insert on the other leg. So start to come over here to the other side. So when so I put it here in, and then I'm going to spin, and I'm throwing this hook in nice and deep. Now I got to keep heavy chest pressure. So when you go to a single leg ride, it's either elbow and elbow in your happy place here, or it's a single elbow here so I can start to work on the legs. Okay, so now make sure you get this position. Here's my single leg ride position. Okay, before I start going into the truck and the leg scissors, knee scissors, calf slicer, knee compression, before I start going into all that, I want to talk about how he could simply post up here. He could post his arms, or I could even attack these legs to begin with. You see how he is right here? No one does this one. I could just double up on this, put my other knee down, grab those toes, push them this way, or reverse ankle break, reverse toe hold it this way. No one ever thinks about just adding extra weight on here, being heavy, attacking him. I got a submission right there. Next up, I'm here, I'm riding him. I got my single leg ride now. If he posts up on both arms, if he decides he's trying to freak out, get out of here, do a stand up, whatever. If this arm posts up, I'm gonna hook inside here, throw this elbow, deep hook at his elbow, hammer lock this up, and then dip your head underneath. Okay, once I'm here, I'm in the wrestler's guillotine. I can just pull this way. Even if we happen to roll, I'm still in the twister wrestler's guillotine position. If he happens to shoulder roll out of this world here, right? Boom, I throw in my lockdown, and I still got death here to go here as well. Okay, so I still got my neck here. So anytime that's there, you just hook that arm and go, hey, can you chill out, please? Hey, 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 hello. Chill out, please. Here, he posts up in the arms. Here, I hook in here, and I make a circle to his hip. Boom, hammer lock it, drop your head under, reach behind the head, S grip, and see he's already possibly being submitted. If you get rolled, you just throw in the lockdown, and you're in that wrestler's guillotine twister submission. Of course, anytime I'm hammer locking here, you could always just transfer that to a hammer lock. Now, let's talk about going to this calf slicer / knee compression leg win. All I gotta do is here, I maybe got a lasso or a cross wrist. In MMA, I could be grounding and pounding him, making him think about up here. And then I quickly just transfer back, grab those toes, and now look, I'm falling back, but I'm falling back with my weight on him, my ribs on him. That's very important, okay? To fall here, double up on the top of the toes, keep this elbow tight so I don't get counter armbarred, and here. Okay, now I can leg press over 1,000 pounds, And so that should be able to submit him very nicely. And I can pull his toes to the butt a little bit more. Okay, but I'm keeping weight on him. That's very important. Also keeping this elbow, the one that's close to him, that arm tight, is important so I don't get countered armbar. But if I keep weight on him, it's not going to be a problem. If I fell off, come back up. Now when I fall off this time, Steve, look into me and kind of cross-face my head with your arm. Okay, so if I really just kind of got overzealous and fell off and I was sloppy, if I came here, look, he just cross-faces me out, sprawls his leg out, straightens his leg out, and I got nothing and he's on top of me. Okay? So that's why you want to keep your rib pressure, your weight on him. Besides that, he can roll into a counter armbar. In 2000, I did fight the Pancrase champion Yuki Kondo. In 2009, I surprised him on a Friday night at the Gold's Gym he taught at. And he was teaching this move. And later when we rolled with all of students kept trying to do this submission to me. And every time they went back for it, I countered with the armbar. Do you remember how to do it, Steve? So I go here, and if I leave this loose, he's going to shoulder roll, Steve. Bam, and I'm loose, and he grabs this armbar with the leg over my head, leg over my head, leg over my head. Careful. And there's the counter armbar. So he just shoulder rolls and goes through it. Plus there's kind of like a hip lock thing. Some people will get their leg messed up in there because he can really crunch this down as well, depending on your flexibility. Okay? Now, again, I feel comfortable in that position. I feel comfortable with the double arms on it to really kill it. You don't necessarily have to play one-on-one. As long as you're aware of that counter armbar and keep your arm in, plus I'm keeping weight on him. Space, no looseness, that's what's important. Now above and beyond that, we can go to, I'm here on the single leg ride, I'm up here maybe on a lasso, seatbelt, I'm on a cross wrist, I'm trying to spiral ride, hammer lock and break them down, do different stuff. I can then shoulder roll to this attack instead. I can come here, shoulder roll, bam. This time I decided to grab one and one for more control so I can keep rolling out. I'm pushing, leg pressing here, and I'm pulling on the toes here, and there's that. So I can keep this here. If I let go of this, I can quickly, bam, quickly kill this in a real fight. Keep this tight, this elbow tight, and extend. Yes, he might be able to roll backwards, and then he's on top of my half guard. So you do want to be aware of that. Sometimes I feel like if you just kill the guy fast though, he's not really going to have time to roll out. So some people say always control 2 one-on-one, but sometimes you can go to 2-on-1 to kill that leg for that knee slicer, leg compression, knee compression, calf slicer. Now we're going to talk about going into the truck position. So I'm here, I'm going to put my hook in, it's blocked or he's tight, bam, I go to my single leg grab. From there I can just reach, or I'm covering his hips with my body weight, and I reach, and I pull him up and into the truck. Grab the ankle, grab the top of the toes, pull him backwards. No. If he goes here, I can just submit him here. If he falls flat, loosey-goosey on me, I got all this stuff too. Okay? Most people ain't gonna do that. So I'm gonna yank him, I cover in here, I go here, and I really pull him backwards. Bam, I throw in a lockdown in tight on the leg. Lockdown, here. Controlling the toes, the ankle. From here, first submission, banana split. 1, 2, here, pull it this way and stretch. Stretch his groin. Not always high percentage if the dude's really flexible. From there, pass it to the other side of your head. Pull him here, more crotch ripper style. Extend the leg. This one really, you can hurt him. See, I can play with his knee and pull it this way. It really hurts different ways. From there, let's say still not tapping, I insert this middle finger to the ligament behind the knee. I come in here. Here's a sideways knee break. I could break his knee right there. If he's strong like he is, Steve, he might extend out of it. He straightens his leg, straighten your leg out, Steve. Straighten your leg out. Bam! That's the energy I wanted to come to this anyway. There I go. Now watch the counter armbar again. So you can either stay in here, or if I go here, keep this arm tight and pull in and extend, go for a quick elbow. Don't leave this elbow hanging out. Steve's trying to reach out. See, if it's out here, he might peel my arm. Then I'm screwed. So keep it in tight. Try and reach my arm, Steve. In tight. By the time he's playing with that, he's going to kill. I could go kamikaze as well. I don't feel the need to, but I could chop down on that. See? and I can pull the toes towards his butt, flexation, ankle flexation at the same time. Now, while I'm here and I'm in this position, again, I could always switch to wrestler's guillotine as well. So this is a faster kill. Wrestler's guillotine, the guy is aware of twister stuff, is going to be good to defend. This takes me about a minute. If I'm tired, the leg lock, banana splits, crotch ripper, that's like 5 seconds. And I submitted the guy. Baseball bat, elbow in the ribs. Rock him, gas this under your head. Rock him to get under his head. S grip. Cool. If he's really flexible, you can death grip, something like this, or even rear naked all the way in here. Above and beyond that, if he starts to like roll out, like that's where Steve wrestled me that way. Oh, okay, you want to go with that? And then I just hammer lock. Okay, so again, anytime you're in the banana split position, maybe then I transfer to keep my lockdown tight. Behind the head. Rock him, get behind his head. Bam. Bam. And that is the death of Steve. So there is your truck position, your single leg ride, your wrestler's guillotine, and all that stuff that is available once you have a nice single leg ride put in on the guy. Keep your chest weight, even if you roll back right away. For that slicer, keep your ribs, your body weight on him, keep your elbows tight, and be aware that the guy can shoulder roll and go to a counter armbar. Leg ride to the calf slicer, aka knee compression, aka leg win. He is going to put insert and go for it, and here's my counter. I was talking about earlier, I fought Yuki Kondo and Pancrase KOP in 2000. In 2009, I surprised him. He taught this move, the offensive move, and all day long I kept doing to the students the counter armbar, and like he kept laughing while he watched me do it to everybody. So he throws in the single leg ride. Here, he goes for the other hook, I block it, so he's going for the OSP knee compressor here. Bam, I shoulder roll out, and I get that arm, and I chop this down here, and bam, there's my arm bar on his own knee, or my crotch, and I chop down here. I could lock here, but I'm also locking myself, so I just like to put my feet, this one on top, kinda, and push down. And there's my counter arm bar. The compression, it's been hit a couple times in lower level MMA, and the actual calf slicer, OSP over in St. Preux got it in Strike Force, Challenger Series. So he's in here. And anytime I feel this guy's weight going way back there, and I feel, oh, he's grabbing my toes, well, that's what he's going for. So reach, spin, grab, boom, chop down. I could go on his head here, possibly, okay? Or just chop down here, and also chop his leg here so it hurts the knee a little bit, but it's an armbar, okay? But see this position here is very uncomfortable for his leg. One more time. As he goes, I go. Okay, so there's your counter armbar to the calf slicer decompression. I'm about to show the other entry into the truck you're going to use from Turtle. If I don't have a deep hook in to begin with, where I can just counter and boom, slide this out and go into it. If I don't already have this, if I don't have this hook, this is the other way of getting into it. The other way of getting into it is, I'm riding this guy, and I can't get a hook in, he's got tight defense. I'm going to shove the top knee, the one by the head, into the hole. Yeah, guys, go to this side so you can watch. Top knee into the hole. Now, from there, no matter where I am, cross-facing, wrist grab, cross wrist, I put my other foot here. I staple this foot tight behind his leg, behind his butt. And now all I got to do is pull him up on top of me. Okay? I can reach here, just like before, and pull him in. Bam, switch, bam, bam, I'm in the truck. Now we do all the stuff we did before. Okay, face roll back, this is guillotine with the lockdown back in. Okay, there's all the same stuff as before. Anytime you're in that kind of position, the guy might shoulder roll himself out. That might open it up one more time. that might open it up as well. So bam, I put my knee in the hole, I'm riding him, got my lasso, got a cross wrist, got a cross face, whatever it is. I put this foot behind his butt, and now I can pull him back. I can even maybe just lasso him with the lasso, stay tight to his chest. And if he's being a squirmy guy, yeah, he might go this way anyway. Well, then I put that in. And now I'm in my choke position. All this new stuff. And back in right. So you could even hit it from the lasso instead of reaching the leg. I'm just showing that alternative. This is another way of getting into it from side turtle if you don't have a deep leg hook, single leg ride in to begin with. Hey guys, DanTheWolfman, learned from Catch-Jitsu.com. I just made up a new entry into the Exorcist, my version of the Exorcist neck crank. I just rolled with Shinya Aoki over at Evolve last week. He actually saw the video of me doing it to Ryan Bowe, my version of the Exorcist that he won at Dream 17. It wasn't a rear naked choke like the commentator said, it was an Exorcist neck crank. Now I made up an entry from turtle. Look at all my videos from attacking the side turtle. And here's one of the setups to go into the truck position. If he's nice and defensive here, I'm riding this guy. I shove the top leg into the hole. Top leg into the hole. I put my leg here next to his butt, deep in my butt, and I got my lasso in my backpack. From here, I just make a tight lasso seatbelt backpack, and I pull him, because my base is off this way anyway, he's going to feel like it helps him. And I'm not only am going to roll there, but I'm going to kick my right like a butterfly hook sweep. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to kick this up, extend it, boom, to switch to a lockdown. And from there, here, extend them, bam, here's my Exorcist neck crank. It's going to be a very easy high percentage thing I just came up with. I'm feeling good about this one, guys. So come back again kind of at this angle, put my knee in the hole, bang, got my seatbelt, put this foot up to his butt, hug him tight, pull him over, and kick my right butterfly, like a sweep, kick this out, bam, so I can switch to lockdown triangle, lock down that leg, let him fall back this way, and twist his head off this other direction. So it's a spine twist and neck crank. The way I teach it isn't just a neck crank, it's a spine twist. You always use his hips going the other direction at the same time. So that time I did the rear naked choke style because that's what Aoki did. Usually I just wrist grab. Okay. Boom, heavy chest riding in the hole. Here, pull him the butt, suck tight, extend him out, boom, throw that lockdown. So grab the wrist here, I got that lockdown stretch, and now he wants to fall this way. Bam. He can't defend it, he can't roll either way. I got this hip locked. Try and roll out, Steve. Yeah, his hips are locked. And then, or here, or here. Okay, so there's my Exorcist neck crank. Going over all the side turtle attacks, talking about 2 ankle locks, leg locks that people do not know, they forget about. Okay, if I'm just riding this guy back here, nothing says that I can't bump him forward with my knee and then just insert this here. If I really drop the bigger part of my knee down right here, if he wasn't flexible, if his foot was like this way, I could actually just drop the weight and break his ankle, a lot of guys, just by dropping the weight right here. So with my shin, I'll go very slow. I could actually just go for a break right here, and drop the weight here. Okay. See if his foot goes out that direction now. Now I got my shin inserted, keep my weight on him, reach back and grab those toes. I can do a sideways reverse toe hold here. If the toes are more this way, I pull the toes towards the butt. Here, down, just grab here. And now if he's not quite tapping enough from there, then I grab this ankle, I dive hole, and insert my leg, keep twisting. I keep this leg pushed out here or trapped here, something like here to control the other leg, and then I got that ankle lock this way. Knees tight, extend on the back. I kind of showed the second leg lock somewhere in my long dogfight position submissions, long video I have. So again, I'm here, man, he's tough, he can't get in, he's defending. I'm gonna look to maybe crotch him here, bump him forward, bam, insert that leg here, and grab.
Okay, jump, okay, one.
See, even if I just slide back here.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So one more time, you can kind of get another angle if you want.
3, 4, 5,
Right, I'm gonna try and put something in the hole. Whatever, bump him forward. Bam, insert it. Just goes that way, that's okay, I can take it this direction, reverse to hold. The other time I took it this way. Okay, so there's some leg lock fun for you from side turtle without even inserting hooks. Before we talk about putting hooks in or single leg right in, sometimes just take the easiest route that's available. Catch-Jitsu, learn some catch wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, put together how to wrestle into submissions. Going to be talking a lot about side turtle. We talked all about front headlock. Now we're going to be going side turtle in various positions, breaking the guy down. Just something that's potentially there that people don't think about is an arm triangle. And you got to basically, mostly, it's not always going to be present because the guy's going to be defending very tight. But if I'm working on breaking a guy down, I'm putting top knee or bottom knee in the hole, I'm starting to grab a wrist, cross wrist, near wrist, break them down, kicking ankles, lifting this up to this guy. I'm starting to put Iowa rides on him, overhook with the legs and starting to pick him. Stay balanced. Then I bump him and I move him and I move this guy around and I break him down. Once you start wrestling and moving this guy around so he's not in a stable base, that's when space opens for submissions, whether I'm throwing in the arm for an arm triangle or the leg for a calf slicer or whatever the situation is, or putting hooks in and take the back. If I let him stay tight and balanced, he's going to be fine. But if I start opening him up with stuff, I can move this guy around. So let's say I got this knee in, I jammed in the hole, and then I'm here and I start bumping him forward with this knee. Then maybe he's moving around, he's looking to stand up. There's some space there. I drive the arm in, I go here. I pick this leg in the over leg, or Iowa right here, and then I'm going to get on my toes and drive in and knee straight from the belly, and come across, and there's my arm triangle. Got an arm triangle. Okay? Keep good base for the knees. Okay? So I'm here. Let's just say I'm riding him. Let's say it was MMA and I started banging. Now he starts to post his hands and look for a stand-up. He's starting to come up. Put his hands up, he's starting to come up. Right there, I'm going to shoot this in. Whoop. Here I go. Dip your shoulder in, bump him forward. Here, get my position. Hook this leg, lift it up, right in, and come around. Okay? So, most people would never think of coming underneath because they don't understand the wrestling, how to take him to his back. They would people would conceptually see this, and then they'd go to their own back, and it'd be very low percentage submission. Instead of how to wrestle into him. So, again, you're going to be looking, and I'll go over this in another video later, just about breaking the guy down. Top knee in the hole, bottom knee in the hole, get something in there, bump him forward with your shoulder, bump him forward with your knee and his butt, get his weight forward, pick an ankle, pick the near side, start putting this knee in, pick this up, move him around, take his defense away, and then whether that arm triangle opens up or then the hook opens up, because you're going to be playing with this base, you're going to be breaking them down. Okay, so anyway, one more time. He's tight. Guy's blocking rear naked chokes. Defend up here. I can't get this. Can't get this. Hard to get hooks in, right? Well, if you start bumping a guy, moving him around, start wrestling this guy, picking this guy, moving this guy, bumping him. Now, maybe you post to move to step up, just do a sit out, a stand up, start to come up. Whoop, there I go, right there. I'm even crouching, spiral riding this. I'll spiral him this time, or crotch. Here, I'm just going to drive into him. I don't even got an Iowa ride that leg this time because I'm going to use that in place of the Iowa ride. Just drive in, knee in there, and boom. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to conceptually show the arm triangle is an option there. If the guy lifts up where you bump him forward, and then there's some space to shoot it in. Drop your shoulder. Okay. Up a Portland necktie today. It is not approving because the arms are in the opposite position because you're on the back. Extend them out, boom. Portland necktie. It's a reverse triangle. To an elbow. Are you getting it? Kind of. Yeah, let's see. Go down. Let's see if you can get it, probably with an S grip because we got short arms. So you got the back and go to here. So just, realistically, the guy's here and he's blocking the second hook. So that's why I came up with this today when I was watching ADCC. So the arms are not in the Peruvian position. You're not on the side. It's in the opposite around the arm. Go for it. So Portland necktie. Surprise the hell out of people. Mike Pierce, or Rose City Fight Club. I'm Dan the Wolfman. Are you guys getting it or no? Okay, try it. So you got one hook and he's blocking the other one. That's the reason. Yeah, and throw it all the way over the top. I think it's legit. You got to get that leg all the way over. Portland necktie, and even if you manage to remove the foot off the head, it's going to be a surprise move. You still got the seatbelt, so we'll figure out follow-ups. Cool. Wolfman here, Gracie Baja in Portland, Oregon. Fabiano Scherner, my jiu-jitsu instructor's gym. I love it here. I know I do mostly no-gi stuff. Surprise, I'm going to throw you some gi stuff today. Yesterday I came up with a Peruvian necktie variation I'm calling the Portland necktie. It is slightly different. Usually Peruvian necktie would be in here from the side or from the front. This would be from the lasso hold or seatbelt or backpack, whatever you want to call it, Marcelo, from the back. So if I have back mount, like one hook only, whether it's a standing sort of hook or I got a complete hook here and he blocks off the other. Look at my other video. I didn't really teach it, but I filmed fighters doing it. It would be here and then putting the foot over here. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it in the gi. So, I'm here, I can't get cross color, whatever. I start working my gi out so I can attack with my own gi. Now, can't get in. All right, here, simple, pass, shove it in the hole, come over the top, come over here, rock it back, use your leg, extend, bam. Okay, very simple, fast surprise. So, again, yeah, you're fine here. Again, I'm here. I'm going to put this in, okay? Slide this in, here, under the armpit, grab here, grab the gi together, here. There's the choke, there's the arm lock. Okay, just in case he manages right away to defend, get a collar, separate your leg, separate everything. That's how you can do the choke. Now, another variation, instead of passing it to the armpit for a simple hand-to-hand pass, would be pass it under the neck. So I'm going to come here and trying to get in, blocking whatever. I'm going to boom, try to get in here, and then I'm going to re-grab my own gi on this side. I can step over, grab his pants, grab his belt, come here, choke him outstanding, or pull him back, and extend out and choke there. Now it's all lassoed, hangman style, around his throat and neck. So it's really, really very bad. So either way, whether you prefer to just stuff all the way through and grab here, or if you just want to simply come around here and then re-grip, and then here, grab, boom. There should be some really nice chokes from you. It's a good option, surprise kind of thing. And when you can't get to his collars, you can't get the second hook in. I hope you guys enjoy it. So turtle. I get one hook in, I knee him in the body, boom, I get one hook in, or it's a grappling tournament. I get one hook in, but the guy blocks the other hook, right? So you throw it fast over the neck and arm. Here. Then you grab, roll, triangle, boom. Sit up. You can hide this other foot under his body or his arm here to hide it so it can't get undone. And now to finish, I could do a couple different things. The best is really just crab walk backwards and let your body and gravity do it. So it's a choke, my butt comes out. And really I would shove my hips forward, choke and neck crake, neck breaker. And if I could really, there, see, you okay? Yeah. I could do something like this too if I wanted. But that's arm power, it's really better to always use proper body mechanics and use gravity instead. So it's the same position. There's no arm in this triangle lock with my legs. There's no arm inside there. This time there's no arm at all. Before it was my own arm. So his arm is not in there. So one hook's in. I go to throw it in, boom, it's blocked. I see that right away, I come over the top. And I'm gonna insert here, roll to your shoulder. See, you left the arm in, I would have switched to a regular triangle there, but now I pulled it out. I go here, crab walk back. I might do this one at an angle. I'm gonna come down, pull my hips up, and shove hips forward, okay? Very cool submission. If you practice enough times, you could actually hit it fast. One more time. This time, blocks, I go over, but I go deeper. And now I'm going through his arm, under his arm here. Instead of around, I'm going under. So this one, roll into the shoulder, boom. See this? Tight, okay. Grab the wrist, regular triangle, push the head, triangle, regular reverse triangle. I'm pushing his head and pulling that wrist across. So here, maybe I'll do it. Can you take one more? Same. No, that's it. Okay, so guys, counters to turtle escapes.
I'm falling.あいつまだ一回も電話してない。就活じゃないですよ、もう。就活じゃないよね。ああ、嫁があいつだ。ああ、キャッチスライス。
You wanted to go that way.
Yes. No.